The following is a conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on June 22nd, 1976, at the New Vrindavan Farm Community in West Virginia.
Shortage of rain, then we have to make some scientific solution, and that's to say God is acting, God is not acting. That's not practical. We must make some solution, like irrigation. God helps those who help themselves.
No, don't bring slogan now. No, answer his question.
Well, people are falsely thinking themselves to be independent of God.
Now, what is his question? Try to understand first of all. His question is intelligent.
Actually, it's not a fact that by relying on science one can solve one's problems when you're dealing with...
No, what they have solved? What they have solved, first of all?
They haven't solved anything.
Yeah.
Just like, say here's a field, and it's full of woods. So a farmer comes and he cuts down the trees and then he plants grain, and then it comes up as wheat. So say, well, God did not do it, I did it. So his proposal is that under such circumstances, how is the idea of God practical?
So, then practically, if God would not have given you this land, then what is scheme of tilling it? Can you till in the sky, in the air? Who has given you the land? You are very practical, but very good. Can you manufacture this land? Can you? Then God comes immediately. Or you get this water, can you manufacture water? Or you get this air, can you manufacture? Or you get this fire. Everything, there is God.
But then he may say, but what is the use? Because someone who is atheist and someone who is God-conscious, sometimes it is found that the atheist
will suffer. Just like anyone who is outlaw, does not believe in the government law, he will suffer. If somebody says, I don't care for government laws, then he will suffer. Ankara vimuratma katta ham iti madnate. He is a rascal. He may say so, like madman, but I don't care for government and government laws. But naturally he will be punished. He will be put into jail and suffer. That he cannot take. He may, with empty words, he can say, I don't care for government. But does it mean that we can escape the government laws? That is not true. Government will see that here is a lunatic rascal, put him into the jail. That's all. Is it not? Is it not practical?
You say also that. What is the difference? You have to farm.
That is another thing, you and me. But we are talking of government laws. Whether you will be punished, I will be punished, that is different. Anyone will be punished. There is no question of I and you. It is not that I am very favorite and you are not favorite. Anyone who will violate the government laws will be punished. Who can deny it? It is not a question of I and you. Anyone. How you can become independent of the Lord? That is not right. You have to accept God.
Christians say that God is very merciful.
But mercy depends on Him. You cannot dictate Him. If I am merciful, that will depend on me, whether I can show you mercy or I can condemn you. That depends on me. simply on the basis of God is merciful, I can do all unlawful things. This is not practical people. Merciful means it depends on me. Whether I shall show mercy or I shall be very strong and strict. That is my will, freedom. I may show you mercy, I may not show. You cannot force me that you must become mercy. That is not mercy. God is really merciful, otherwise how is supply? This, in the morning it was fog. Now God mercifully has asked sun, now give them some sunlight. Very nice. He is merciful. When there is sunshine, the sinful man and the pious man both enjoy. That is his mercy. When he bestows his mercy, it is for all of them. Either you are sinner or you are pious. That is God's mercy. That's why the cloud, when it pours water, it does not make any discrimination. In the sea, on the sea there is also rainfall. On the rocks also there is rainfall. But there is no necessity of rain. Suppose there is very insensate rainfall on rocks. What is use? There is no use. It's simply waste. But God also waste, unlike you take. You don't require, you also take. In the ocean there is no need of water. But when the cloud pours water on the ocean also, and only on the land we can utilize. But God is so merciful, exactly like the rain cloud. He is so merciful. Where there is no necessity, there also the rain. Take rain. That is merciful. Without any discrimination, whether you want or not want, take it. That is merciful. You can show your merciful when there is scarcity water. You can bring some tanks of water from other places and put here. But how long you do it? But when God is merciful, He will pour rain so in large quantity that everyone will benefit. That is God's greatness. You will have to spend so much money, labor to bring a few buckets of water from other place. Beyond that you cannot do anything. But God is so powerful, so great, that within a twinkling of, within few minutes only, immediately can cast with cloud and overflood the whole tract of land. That is God's greatness. We have to understand God's greatness in that way. If the sinful number of sinful men are great, God immediately starts one war, and within few years, finished. Russia finished, America finished, and everyone finished. That is greatness of God. In this way, try to understand how God is great. In every activity. In mercy, He is great. In cruelty, He is great. If he wants to show cruelty, He is the greatest cruel. No discrimination. All finished. Don't mind women, children, or cats, dogs, all finished. That is cruelty, greatness of cruelty. Then there is greatness of mercy. That is great. So you study in God, the greatness, how great He is. At night you have so many lights for illuminate your city, home, and so many electric powerhouse going on. And God is so glad that one sun immediately, all light. There is no need of powerhouse, there is no need of matches, there is no need of this light, that light, take sunlight in it. That is His greatness. And within a second, now night is going on, you have seen.
On the airport.
Yes. Immediately the sun comes out, darkness gone. That is His greatness. Do that like that. Then you compete with God. Can you do it? Huh? Then, how can you avoid God? Rascals, Mura, Naradama. They cannot appreciate the greatness of God. Mura, asses. Anyone who does not appreciate the greatness of God, they are asses, Mura, as good as the ass. And rest of the mankind, Naradama. And their so-called scientific knowledge is useless. If by so-called scientific knowledge they want to defy God, then Murha Naradama, useless.
Let's say a country takes full advantage of this slogan, "In God we trust." Let's say a country takes full advantage of this slogan.
That is my question. Where is that full advantage?
So suppose
They
that
are remaining in the darkness. Why do you trust, first of all? Why do you trust? So many questions there. Why you are prepared to trust in God? If I ask, you must answer. If you cannot ask, then you are asked. It is good, even without knowing. But when the slogan comes from the government side, there must be full knowledge. Otherwise the government is as good as common man. The government should be full of intelligent men. My vote is there. You select the intelligent man. Otherwise anyone can go. Cats and dogs, they also can go. What is the voting system? That you select some intelligent man. So if you cannot answer your slogan that you are not intelligent, you are unfit.
they've made the platform that the man himself can solve all the problems.
Then why do trust in God? But don't trust in God, like the communists say. We don't trust in God. We shall do it also.
The forefathers who made up our slogan, "In God we trust," they were very unintelligent. They were very backward.
But you are intelligent where you are putting the forefathers' words. You avoid it. That means you are cheating people. You do not believe in, but you are still writing. That means cheating. Why do you write such things in which you do not believe? That means cheating. What do you think? If you write something which you do not believe in, are you not cheating?
But we'll work as
That means cheating. You take a while. You are giving him a piece of paper and it is written there $1,000. That means you are cheating. In the name of God, he will accept it. That's all. If he says, no, I don't want paper, give me gold dollar, then you are finished. Your currency will be finished. Immediately there will be revolution. That the government is cheating. Actually it is cheating. What is the value of this paper, little paper? Simply, I promise to pay governor and this. But it is untouched only. Yes, government will pay. They will never pay, but so long the government goes on, it will go on. That's all. Cheating will go on. And as soon as government fails, it throws in the street, nobody will care for it. It has been practically proved in the last war in Germany. There was scarcity of food, and those who had bunch of currency notes, they went for one piece of bread, so many thousand marks. Give me. Nobody replied. So the paper has no value. But if we believe it is value, that's all. Otherwise, the meaning of this paper, $1,000. So it is a kind of cheating. We trust in God. You are very good man. You trust on Him.
How can this practically be applied, though, to American society, this idea of trusting God? How would things change?
By this Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada. That is not for America, for everyone.
How can you trust God if you don't know anything about Him? First you have to know something about God before you can trust Him.
That is sense. If you do not know about somebody and you trust them, what is it?
Of your books to the heavenly. Yes,
that is distribution of knowledge.
As far as
our distribution of books, main distribution of knowledge to these rascals, lowest of the mankind, bewildered, this is the distribution of knowledge. He was talking about that there is secretly our books are being read.
Oh, that was in East.
Hari Kesh.
That was in East Germany. They have lists, and they pass Prabhupada's books around. One person has it for one night or 3 nights like this. He keeps going around because they're very much in want of this. They can't get enough.
You see how forcefully they are being kept into ignorance. And we want to give knowledge, they won't allow. This is government. So anyway, it is good news. That our books are being read in that way. That means people are very eager, but they are being suppressed by the so-called government. What is wrong there? That they cannot read this book publicly because there is God? And what is wrong? Yes, when I was in Moscow airport, as soon as they found Bhagavad Gita, they called police. The customs checking. The policeman was kind enough. He said, not serious offense. Don't send him in the concentrated camp. They can do. In Russia, even if you are foreigner, they can immediately send you to the concentration without any knowledge. They don't care for your embassy or your such a rascal state. There is no civilized method. They send their own man, such an important man like that Khrushchev.
Yes.
They sent him into oblivion. Nobody knows where he is. Such a rascal God. It's very difficult to deal with. People are simply under terrorism. The government is going on. In that sense, your American government is so nice. Everyone has got the liberty. What is that nonsense government? Terrorism.
But even in our government, the President Kennedy was killed and his brother was killed.
That in politics that is going on. Our Bhagavad Gita begins on the killing ground. Batla Kurusha, Dharma Khetre Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra was a battlefield, but it is still Dharma Khetra. Why don't you see that? Now, the first word is Dharma Khetre Kurukshetra Samaveta Jujutsava. Jujutsava means fighting. So, why they have gone to the Dharma Khetra for fighting? So killing, fighting is not always religious. It is religious. Otherwise, they should go to Dharma Khetra.
Someone may say, though, how the fighting is religious. After all, it's a family feud.
That is your ignorance. At the beginning is Dharma Khetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Jujutsava. Jujutsava means fighting. Two parties, there actually the two parties. Pandava Mamakastaiva Kimakurva. Every word is significant. Fighting can be executed even in Dharma Khetra. That they cannot understand. Gandhi misunderstood. If it is Dharma Khetra, how there can be fighting? He wanted to prove non-violence artificially. How it is possible? Krishna is instigating him to fight, and how can we make it non-violent? Very artificial. And if you want to explain something artificially, how long will do? It will be failure. So Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence and reading of Bhagavad Gita meant to change. Nobody is interested in that kind of explanation. And we are explaining Bhagavad Gita as it is increasing. It is increasing. There is no artificial way.
What hope is there for Krishna consciousness in these countries like Russia and China where they're so rascal? They won't...
Everyone will be benefited. Simply you have to preach. You have to preach in the same way that where there is no necessity, there also the preaching is gone. You have to become like cloud. Therefore you sing every day. Samsarudava nalalira loke. Pranaya karunya ghana ghanastam. Ghana ghanastam means deep cloud. You have to become deep cloud and pour water. This blazing fire will be. When there is blazing fire in the forest, the small fire brigade, a bucket full of water will not help. It requires cloud, ghana, pour water, finish. You have to do that. Someday Guru speaks, one who can do this, he is Guru. Samsarudava, nalalira loka, pranaya karuna, ghana ghana. How one can become so? Praptasya kalyana. One will receive mercy of the Supreme Lord. He can do it. The cloud is formed by receiving mercy of the ocean. Cloud is never formed by receiving the mercy of tap water. You can say, here is also water. Not that water, the ocean water. What will gain by receiving the mercy of tap water? You have to receive the mercy of the ocean. Praptasya kalyana, gunarnava, gunarnava. Or nava means ocean. So, it will be possible. If the cloud is there, bona fide, he can pour water, finish all blazing fire. Or somebody was asking any question. Yes.
The so-called intelligent people in this country, like the professors in universities, they sometimes argue that the progressive value of life is to search for knowledge, the quest of knowledge.
Yes, there is the ultimate knowledge. What is God? You do not know. You are still professing a professor, a learned scholar, but you do not know what is God. Also you write, in God we trust. What is this nonsense? What is your professorship? You explain God. Suppose I am a layman, I am asking why you have written in the bill in God. Please let me know what is God. Do you know? Then what is your knowledge?
But they say they are looking for it.
That means you are not in knowledge, and still you are a professor. You become a student like me. Why you are occupying the post of a professor? That means you are cheating. You are calling yourself as professor, the teacher, and you do not know. Give up this post, come to my position.
Immediately revolution.
Yes. Talk like sensible man. So don't cheat others that you have no knowledge and still you say, I am professor. Why you are cheating people?
They say that real knowledge is to know that there is no such thing as absolute knowledge, but simply this process of searching for knowledge.
No, that is ignorance. As knowledge you are receiving, just like I have come to you, I am a layman, I have come to you for knowledge. Unfortunately, you have not received knowledge from that source. Therefore, you are useless. I cannot have knowledge from you. Knowledge means to take it from higher personality. That is knowledge. Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva avigacche. Knowledge means you have to receive it from a superior person. Otherwise there is no knowledge.
So, for example, if one is learning how to count or how to read,
yes, he has to learn it from the teacher. 2 plus 2 equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that.
But actually one can understand the absolute truth without such knowledge.
There is no such man. It is a nonsense. Another nonsense.
Without being able to count? Without being
Nobody can count unless he learns it from a teacher.
Oh yes, but
So therefore knowledge you have to go to a proficient man or person. That is knowledge. Why to go to school and college? Build knowledge at home. If you want to steal even, you have to learn it from a professional thief. How to cheat, how to steal. That is also another kind of knowledge. You cannot steal unless you become expert by learning how to steal from an expert thief. So knowledge means you have to receive it from higher authority. That is knowledge.
But if one has material desire, how does he gain the desire for spiritual knowledge? If one has material...
That means you are cats and dogs. The dog has no inquisitiveness. Therefore you are no better than the dog. The dog never comes to a spiritual master, give me some knowledge. Therefore you are as good as the dog. That is your quality.
So all different aspects of material knowledge.
You have to learn from a superior person.
But now there's distinction between two types of knowledge. If knowledge means understanding...
Well, any knowledge, if you want to get it, you must receive it from a superior person. That is the law. That I already explained. If you want to steal, if you want to become a thief, you have to learn it from an expert thief. So any knowledge means you have to learn it from superior person. And what to speak of the knowledge of God. That is the ultimate knowledge. Yesterday we were speaking that Kirtananda Maharaj learned how to make samosa. Now that knowledge is distributed. For every knowledge, you have to learn it from an expert. That is called Guru. Guru means expert. Heavy. Whose knowledge is heavier than your scanty knowledge. You have to learn it. Guru means heavy. The Vedic injunction is tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva avigacche. You must, avigacche, this word is used when the sense is must. Not optional. That I may go or may not go. No, you must. This is Vedic injunction.
We can see practically everyone understands that if they want to be a chemist, they study under another chemist, or a doctor goes to study from some doctor. Why they don't approach the spiritual master for religious knowledge? Why they think they can do it by themselves?
That is their foolishness.
That idea has been encouraged by
Just like if you want a son, you must have a wife. He wants to know, without wife I will get a son. This is nonsense. Is it possible?
Srila Prabhupada, without any desire, we have been given the heaviest guru. How is that possible?
What is without any desire?
Without our knowing about Krishna, having any desire to become Krishna conscious, still we have been given the knowledge.
I don't follow.
He's saying that by Krishna's mercy, you're here. You're taken.
Anyone who is Krishna conscious, it is his duty to distribute it. It is his duty. You may, when I came here, I never came here because American boys or people wanted me. They did not feel any need of my presence. But I came here because it is my duty. My Guru Maharaj ordered me. So, one may think there is need or no need. It is the duty of Krishna conscious person to spread it. Just like the example I have already given. The crowd, the mountain does not want rain. The sea does not want. But the crowd throws water everywhere.
If no one was thinking that they needed your presence, then how is it some have come and some have not come? There's a difference.
The one says, it is Krishna's desire. You want that don't remain like cats and dogs, be intelligent and come back to me. Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja. So it is the duty of a devotee of Krishna to spread this knowledge so that they may take to Krishna. The cats and dogs, they cannot understand that those who are two-legged cats and dogs, they can understand. That is the advantage, because they have got two legs. And while so long they had four legs, they could not understand. So here is a chance, two-legged, to give them some opportunity. That's all. You grow bitter melon also here?
We've tried this spring to grow, but we can't get the seed to sprout. Is there some...
They can get it from Mayapur.
We got seed, but it won't sprout.
Oh, due to the climate.
I don't know. It's a very hard seed.
Prabhupada? Perhaps the material scientists could help us make the seed sprout. I was thinking earlier how the farmer can put the seed in the ground, but he cannot actually make the seed grow because it's not the will of Krishna.
Yeah. The situation is not favorable. That is the proof that everything is a living entity. If you put the seed is not the tree. But when you put the seed on the ground, if the situation is favorable, a particular living entity who has to take the form of that tree, he comes. And then it grows. That is the proof. Sex It is not the secretion of the man and the woman. It creates a situation so that the soul may come and live there. And then there is pregnancy. It is not the matter. This is the proof.
Does that mean to some extent that the soul is dependent on a material condition?
Yes.
Just like when the
Purusha prakriti stopi. Find out this much. Purusha prakriti stopi.
Just like when the body's no good, the soul has to leave.
Yeah. That is the proof, that is so.
Purusha prakritisto hi bhunkte prakriti jan gunan karanang gunasangasya sadasad yoni janmasu. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil amongst various species. Report. This verse is very important for an understanding of how the living entities transmigrate from one body to another. It is explained in the second chapter.
This is transmigration. As soon as the situation is to accept a dog's body. Now the dog is having sex, and the mixture of the two secretions creates a favorable situation, and the living entity is there, and he gets a dog body. This is the truth. He is destined to get a dog body. So he is taking the opportunity. Now here is suitable, but the nature is bringing him. If here it is refused, then he will go to another place. Therefore contraceptive method is simple. Going against the law. The situation is created for getting the body by another living entity. But he is transgressing, then he will be punished. So many subtle things are there. What do they know? Read it.
It is explained in the second chapter that the living entity is transmigrating from one body to another, just as one changes dress.
This is transmigrated. It's put into this circumstance, so we get this body. Go on, baby.
This change of dress is due to his attachment to material existence. As long as he is captivated by this false manifestation, he has to continue transmigrating from one body to another. Due to his desire to lord it over material nature, he is put into such...
If he wants to remain in this material world, creates a situation and continues his desire, then he has to. And when he understands that to live in this material condition is very troublesome, why should I live here? Then he becomes Krishna conscious and he goes back to him. And so long he desires, no, why not? If I remain in this situation, I will be happy. Then he will get a body. Nature will give him all chances. Get this body. If one is very pleased to take raw flesh, all right, why artificial? Take this body of tiger. Nature is, God is so kind. That we were talking of God's mercifulness. So if you are thinking that it is very happy life to eat without any distribution, anything, now immediately God ordered nature to give him the body of a pig. He can eat everything, even up to stool. Give him this body. Jantra Rurani Maya. This jantra, this vehicle, this body is given to him. Yes, now he can eat anything up to stool. And he is very pleased. He wanted it. Maktas matigyanam apohanam. He does not hesitate or feel any inconvenience. God is there, even within the heart of this pig. My dear pig, you wanted a body like this. You have now got it. Now here is stool. It is. And he enjoys. So, the living entity in this material world, he wanted to enjoy. I am the monarch of all his service. So God gives him all facilities. Whatever he wants, he will do. Karanam guna sanghasya saga sajjanma joni. He wanted it. Therefore he gets different types of body. That is transmigration. But still, he comes and teaches, that's still why you are suffering in this way. Give up this plan, surrender to him, he will help you. But he is making plan only. Just like in your country, there is everything, opulent. The hippies are making plans, we shall be happy in this way. What can be done? Everyone has got little independence. What to do? So long we shall make plan to enjoy this material world. God will give us all facilities, all life. Enjoy. Not enjoy, suffer. But because he is compassionate, kind, merciful, that is, still he comes and begs. You would ask, tell why you are making plan. Give up this. Sarvadan Mami. Then you will be happy. If anyone is intelligent, he takes God's direct instruction and he becomes happy. Otherwise, go on making plan. He will give you facility. That is God's kindness. They are enjoying the birds of the same feather, flock together. They keep together, they fly together, they enjoy. That thing is enjoying. God.
Due to his desire to lord it over material nature, he is put into such undesirable circumstances.
This is not wanted. He is spirit. He has nothing to do with this material world, but he wanted it. Or the real thing is that he wanted to enjoy by becoming the master. To his servant, Sometimes servants desire it. And why I become servant? Why not master? That is natural. But the natural position of being is his servant. If he remains servant of Krishna, then he is happy always. But because he desires to become master, so he cannot become master in the spiritual world. Because in the spiritual world, the master is one. So, he is given the chance, all right, go to the material world and become a master. But that is the problem. So he is trying to struggle for existence, and everyone is trying to become master. And everyone is in this spiritual knowledge that I am spirit soul, still he is trying to become master. That is Mahabharata. They have understood that I am not this body, I am Aham Brahmasmi, but I am the Supreme Brahma. The same disease is there. Master. Therefore they are condemned. Arujjakachena parang padang tato. Because the mentality to remain master is continuing. Even they are in the Brahma, merged into the Brahma, the mastership mentality therefore he falls down again. Because mastership exhibition can be done in this material world. So many Mayavadi sannyasis, they give up. This world is false. And they merge, so-called merge. But the mastership mentality is there. But in the void, simply spiritual light, he cannot do any mastership. Therefore again falls down in this false world. And he wants to be by becoming a leader of hospital, school, college, a Christian missionary. And our Vivekananda also initiated that. So this is the material disease. He is actually servant, but he wants to become master. That is the difference. So he has to give up this mentality, mastership. Then he is making real progress. Sarvapadhi vinimuktam tatparatena nirmalam. But I am not master, I am servant. When he is fixed up on this platform, then he is liberated. Or in other words, when he feels pleasure, transcendental pleasure, remaining the servant, that is liberation. But as soon as he continues the mentality that I want to be master, then he is in Maya. That mentality he has to give up. Or he has to understand that I am not master, I am servant. That is liberation. What is it? No?
Under the influence of material desire, the entity is born sometimes
This
as a
is
demigod.
material desire, to try to become master. This is the root cause of material desire. Then,
Under the influence of material desire, the entity is born sometimes as a demigod, sometimes as a man, sometimes as a beast, as a bird, as a worm, as an aquatic, as a saintly man, as a bug. This is going on. And in all circumstances, the living entity thinks himself to be the master of his circumstances. Yet he
even
is
the
under
stool, the worms on the stool, he is also thinking, I've got so much stool to eat. These same masters, I am the monarch of all I shall be. I have got so much stool. And you just take the one from the stool, put it in. No, there is my enjoyment. Nothing else. This mastership mentality is there in Brahma, and the mastership mentality is there in the worm of the stool. This mentality you have to give up. Then you become different. And that is liberty. The bondage is that mastership mentality. His servant that is thinking falsely that his master, just like your President Nixon. He thought, now I have become a master of America, I am president. But he forgot that he is servant. As soon as the people wanted, dragged him down. That he forgot, that I am servant of the people. So everyone is servant, but falsely thinking I am master. That is material disease. The best thing is that if I have to remain servant, why not become servant of Krishna? That's all. That is perfect. That is perfect life. Even by becoming a false master